Peace, everybody. Welcome back to another video in the collection series, Exploring Infinite Potential, that is Unraveling Your Creative Life Force Within. We are currently looking through the manuscript Synchronous Universe, which is a recent publication that I released in March of this year. And if you are new to the channel, the prerequisite Peaks and Valleys is the manuscript that we have covered in this playlist as well. It will be the first half and some of these videos. So I encourage everybody to check those videos out if you're interested in this material. So today we are in chapter 4, part 2, and page 75 of 88, I believe. And I think we'll have time to wrap things up in this video with Synchronous Universe. So I'm looking forward to going through these last pages with you. Thanks to everybody who has been around from the Jump Street. I appreciate you being here, and I hope that you gather this as some resource and utility to do with what thou wilt. So let's get right into the manuscript. Without further ado, get relaxed, get something to drink, and I'm going to do the same and start reading. All right. Chapter 4, Part 2, Ritual Resonance Radiation. Mentioned in the Peaks and Valleys Traveler's Guide, Mother Earth herself is breathing with an electromagnetic field of her own. Known as ELF or extreme low frequencies, the Earth's frequencies correspond with the human alpha brainwave frequencies. This is the frequency at which the individual enters sleep, awakes from sleep, deep meditation, inspiration, and problem solving. Earth's Schumann resonance are natural rhythms inspiring sacred places to be constructed in order to obtain a direct line of communication with the divine. Some of these, which include Machu Picchu, Newgrange, Stonehenge, Chartres Cathedral, and the pyramids of Egypt and Mexico. Cymatics, which is the study of vibration produced by sound resonance, experiments have shown to produce recognizable hieroglyphs and sand patterns when sacred frequencies are activated inside the Great Pyramid. Brain mappings, known as electroencephalograms or EEGs, record the electrical signals produced by the brain, which have shown humans have a much deeper connection to the universe and music of the celestial luminaries. The mind-expanding alpha rhythms or frequency is 7 to 13 Hz, while the ionosphere, Earth's upper atmosphere, physically positioned between the cosmos and the Earth, has a frequency of 7 to 10 Hz. Here the messengers of the luminaries, the gods, and the photonic power of solar rays feed the Earth with light and power. Through proper resonance of frequencies, the individual can traverse to the gates into higher spiritual planes of consciousness. Electromagnetism stimulates the very process of life and all its various forms. DNA is helical-shaped, acting as a resonant coil, receiving vibrational stimuli from a field of higher consciousness or divine intelligence, connecting the individual with the collective all, the oversoul. DNA is largely crystalline in nature, found elsewhere in the hair, blood, skin. The heart muscle system contains liquid crystal structures that have sympathetic resonance with ruby and emerald crystal. Different crystal types with different shapes and forms have the ability to radiate, reflect, store, and transmute electromagnetic energy in different ways and at different levels. For example, note the prism, which can divide light into its wavelength or color spectrum. All organs and subsystems emit specific EMFs, electromagnetic frequencies, that are measurable, subtle vibratory fields. Much of the circuitry of this electromagnetic field is in the brain. Naturally occurring particles of magnetite, magnetic iron oxide, are a source of magnetism in brain cells, and in response to a small incoming magnetic field, produce small amounts of electricity. The universe interwoven with various frequencies of rhythmic vibrations with which the individual can attune to specific natural frequencies, charging the body, amplifying, healing, and balancing the electromagnetic field. Indeed, Earth's EMF of vibrational resonance are in collaboration and communications with the incoming waveforms from the cosmos. As it is recorded in laws of physics, matter is mostly space, that is 99.9%, where millions of atoms are moving so rapidly at speeds which surpass what the eye can register. All-pervading consciousness, God, fills space between all things, and is the field of quantum potential surpassing the physical that manifests at different levels, lightness and density. With this to note, the creative process within the individual, the life spirit, is consciousness, which is the ultimate creative imagination, the mind of God, the total sum and the origin of consciousness. Vedic texts identify this all-pervasive consciousness Purusha, the sun, self of all beings, mobile and immobile. Majority of ancient sacred buildings and sites are geared to certain times of the year. The longest day of summer and the longest day of winter, solstices. The equinoxes are the only days when day and night are equal in length. Neolithic builders were well aware of the power of sound frequencies in the universe as waveform shapes and configurations can be seen today and has been well documented that were carved into their ancient ritual sites and stones of ancient buildings. Specific placement of the pieces of these ancient sites and buildings aligned with universal geometric patterns that require precision and understanding, down to the degree to accurately calculate these celestial movements in relationship with Mother, the geo-earth and metri to measure. Gaia, also a Greek word meaning divine earth or earth goddess. Geb is the name of the ancient Egyptian god who represented earth, which predates the Greek. The expression of this profound knowledge of geometry is through sound, in language, as the atmosphere, let me highlight this, as the atmosphere of the site connect the harmonized resonance of human voice and Earth's resonance connecting directly with the sun and cosmos of the universe. Music to the ancients, as well as liturgy and intonations, was to harness and transmute into the earth forms of cosmic energy and keep a connection in harmony with humans and the heavens. And I will encourage, if anybody's interested in an exploration of some of the synchronicities and symbolism that I'm referring to, check out the 2-part series of the Year of the Serpent Decode, which extends to the sign of the swastika, and it's packed with information relating to the synchronous symbolism that has carried itself throughout time. As a matter of fact, it's one of the most, I put a lot into that presentation, let's put it that way, and I think it will be very resourceful for anybody who's interested in finding these relationships. So, let's continue. Well, should we pause? Let's see, is there anything to elaborate? We have, I think, 4 or 5 pages left. We're kind of rolling through pretty quickly. And there's a lot in these pages, so please pause this at any time if you would like to take these notes, or just go back and watch the video and grab the notes as you will. Earth's resonance connecting directly with the sun and the cosmos. So we're talking about harmonious relationship, communing with the music of the spheres and the celestial luminaries. Hieroglyphs themselves are an emotional expression of a universe comprised of patterns of sound. These are great notes. All of these last couple pages are some pretty straightforward and great notes to Utilize. One word could mean many things in the ancient world, numerically, philosophically, linguistically, much different than modern-day alphabet and use of many words. This is also a great time to note the Fibonacci pattern, displaying its spiral fervently and lively, present in much of nature when we observe carefully. The 5-8 golden ratio, a sequence of numbers in which each number is the sum of its two predecessors, starting at 1, is shown in the sunflower, the windstorm, leaves, the human body, tree branches, flower petals, pine cones, plant leaves, galaxies, animal shells, even whales. And guess what else? The apexes of the pyramids that comprise the Giza Plateau are positioned along the curve of a Fibonacci spiral. The name of the ancient area Rostau, meaning both place of the cross and symmetry. These notes are to acknowledge the ancients and the profound degrees of awareness of the operations of the universe. Uni one and verse word. Another way to say that is mono chord. Uni, mono, and verse chord. Within, as so without, or as above, so below. This emphasizes the title of this work as Unraveling the Past illumines the inner eye, awakening the higher states of consciousness within the individual in the present, increasing awareness of universal patterns, both chaotic and synergetic. Also, one may note, one second, let me fix this, guys. Take any notes, I'll pause for a moment. I'm just fixing the mic. Okay, that's better. Can you still hear me here? Let's see. Should be good. All right. Also, one may note the importance of these ancient... Oh, wait, I think I'm one... Yeah, here we go. Let me just reread from the top. This emphasizes the title of this work as Unraveling the Past illumines the inner eye, awakening the higher states of consciousness within the individual in the present, increasing awareness of universal patterns, both chaotic and synergetic. Also, one may note the importance of these ancient rituals and traditions and how they take many shapes and forms in language or vibrational resonance across civilization over periods of time. Indeed, there is a direct correlation between music frequency, consciousness, and the divine intelligence of the universe. The energy spheres noted earlier, chakra vortices, were well understood by the ancients. The 7 chakras, the 7 celestial luminaries, noted the Sun, Moon, Venus, Jupiter, Mars, Mercury, and Saturn. The 7 musical notes, the 7 vowels of ancient language, the doubling of the A and U being the 2 not in our current vowel system, along with A, E, I, O, U. All of these frequencies interwoven esoterically and perpetually permeating all consciousness in the universe. Vowels were originally hidden, powerful frequencies most intended for names attributing God and for other sacred practices. The combinations spell the name of the living one. Vowels, in this sense, are to language what consciousness is to existence. When particular names are chanted, similar to mantra, the reciter resonates to the frequency of the sphere. This is similar to Tantra. Through visualization and vocalization recites a particular mantric resonance to invoke the spirit of a particular deity. Utilized by Tibetan monks, this unites the practitioner with the spirit being visualized, and the energy is channeled through the individual and ritual. All of this to say, astral traveler, the resonance of the universe exists within all of life, and the spiritus, meaning breath in Latin, is the life force intelligence capable of making sounds with the instrument of voice. By air and pressure passing through divine technology of the human body. This sound is the voice of the divine resonance that the individual is responsible to develop a relationship with. For this is the expression of the soul of the individual, intertwined with the divine life, intelligence, and infinite creative potential. The omnipresence of all that is. This is the Word. This is the Word, God, whose name means voice, expressed all around us within the universe. Just to quote from Scripture, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. John 1:1. At this time, I encourage the reader to contemplate the importance of loving kindness and helping one another when assistance is needed. That is, helping each other remember the divine that is within us all. Helping ourselves remember at the same time. Oops. I hit the wrong button. Hold up. Where's my underlining at? There it is. That is, helping each other remember the divine that is within us all. Helping ourselves remember at the same time this divine intelligence that surges through all that is, as the great architect has interwoven the collective consciousness with life force, prana, divine intelligence, Om, God. Additionally, please reference the chapter on the chakra system to develop practical methods for embracing a pure expression of self. Harnessing power of the throat chakra as well as other chakra vortices to balance and heal self, and assist with the development of benevolent relationships with others. Much of this is giving time to feeling the roller coaster of your energy in motion, harnessing the energy and transmuting life force or creative potential into healthy modes of production. A human being. The purpose is life. Practical method is noted in prior chapters as well as in the first book, Peaks and Valleys. So I guess I could pause here and finish up, but there's only a few pages to close out. So do this at your own will and on your own time. Practice some of these methods and implement and integrate as much as you would like into your own systems, your own magical systems. Some of this may be just being affirmation, reinforcement to other research, or giving you an idea of some other ideas to research within you. So I suppose I do have an author's note to share, and a couple more pages after, so I will do that. Closing thoughts for the reader. An author's note. As a perpetual student of life university, perception of the individual will unravel holistic awareness through honorable efforts to illumine the creative universe and potential within. I'm going to read that again. Perception of the individual will unravel holistic awareness through honorable efforts to illumine the creative universe and potential within. This is not I, the author, telling you what is true in any form or fashion. As established previously in the foundation for this material, Peaks and Valleys, I will reiterate to the life student and magus. These notes are to be a resource in the tool belt of consciousness to stimulate the mind, body, and spirit to amplified states of loving awareness and for unraveling boundless creative potential within. To convene with all that is, the divine life force intelligence, God. Honorable thought and intention is embedded in the purpose of sharing this with every individual who comes into contact with the material. May this be internalized for the abundance of health and well-being, for love and understanding, developing and nourishing all relationships with willpower and agency, tolerance, and honorable intention in the life experience, with God and all that is, as within, so without. Expand with what resonates with you and develop a healthy relationship with this collection of notes. Convene the spiritual sun inside of you, traveler, soul bearer, and breath of life spirit. Remember, the divine immortal soul spark within is yours to embrace through through tribulation as the life journey unravels. The darkness within is the blueprint of the imagination, the infinite creative potential within the mind, and must be traversed. A responsibility, or as we have gently rephrased, the ability to respond. As above, so below. You nor I are ever alone, traveler, but rather all one, within and without. The universe, the one word, or monochord. And as a closing, I'll share this with you as well. Remember, do not make demands for which you desire. Do not act out of fear or frivolity. Be gentle and calm your heart. Ask for what you will. The truth is hidden in plain sight. For those who wish to seek shall find. What you sow, you will reap. May this material be utilized to protect your prana and cultivate a healthy relationship with all that is. May you find balance in your steps, traveler. Please take care on your endeavors. Peace and chaos. So as always, everybody, take care in your endeavors the rest of the week, and I will see you in another video. Much love. Peace.